Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Knights of Astera. This is episode 16. So, previously, you guys
Under.
were on your way back from Dunborough. You stumbled upon this military camp where you found out a little bit more about what's going on in the world. Um, found out that more and more troops are mobilizing to the Spinal Gates to the
My
east.
mom never came home from
Whoa!
her trip.
Whoa!
There's gotta be a way to find her.
Oh,
What?
ads.
He was
Just
very, very surprised about those things coming from the east.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well,
I have your
I was moving my
had-
map around and it was just zipping everywhere, and I thought he was reacting to that. I was like, "What?"
No, no. What happened is I had your stream on and then just popped on and jumped with an ad and the volume was all the way up. I was like, ah,
Sorry,
that's all good, man.
gotta make that ad rev.
Yeah, it just scared me a little bit. But yeah, you guys found out a little bit more about the war or the possibly coming war. And got a call back from Belarus, Lord Belarus at AK-B, who told you the King's got a reward for you for you know, breaking the curse over Dunborough. So you guys headed back. You were gifted Lady Denach's house. So you guys decided to hang out there for a little bit. And as the night got late, some creepy stuff started happening. You guys investigated, found out like some serious stuff's going on, and one by one, the spirit of Lady Denatra started coming out and making her presence known. And well, first you guys lost Raul. You guys escaped the house. You thought possibly that you guys were good, and you guys decided to stay at the Adventurers Guild, where you found out the Onryo decided to follow you guys and attached itself to Mofan, who came back briefly and unfortunately met his end. After that, you guys tried to take him to the temple to get resurrected, and unfortunately, it failed. And you guys all got blessed, finding out that the Honorio attached itself next to Celeste. Then, after the blessing, the attachment was broken, and you guys decided to stay the night at the temple for the night. So it's a new day, and the day is yours.
Short rest, correct?
What was that?
Was this a short rest? Is that what we stated last time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you guys decide to sleep in, but it'll be late afternoon when you wake up.
How many days have passed between the traveling from Dunborough and seeing those armies until now?
Good question, and it's one I have an answer for here in my page. Okay, so it was day 2 when you guys found the military camp. That was the day of the Goblin ambush. So it has been 4 days.
Okay, so we have 35 days left to be able to get to Cloud City. 4 days have passed, so that is taking care of my vials of magical BS.
Nice. Get that slurp juice.
That experimental elixir to put that into the thing.
Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick.
So have you guys decided if you want to take a short rest and kind of wake up in the early morning, or do you guys want to take a long rest and wake up in the late afternoon?
I'll leave that up to you guys.
I'm open because I'm still learning you guys and what y'all are. So
Since I haven't spent any spells, it's not going to have any real effect on me to have a short rest. So short rest for Conlen.
2,
Yeah.
3.
all I used was cantrip, so it's not going to affect me in any way.
I've used 3 spells, a first level and 2 second levels. So I mean, it would reset my spells if we took a long rest.
Okay.
but it's also not completely necessary at the moment. So, depending on what our other plans are, if we're just going to stay in the city, then I say short rest and we could just go on with that stuff. If we're going to go into a dungeon, then I probably need to rest.
Right. I'm expecting that at this point, Conlen would be, after taking care of his equipment, his items, vials, including the alchemy jug. That he'll go ahead and first head over to a library to research spells and laws.
Okay. All right. So library for one.
That works. I will probably fall. Well, I need to see what I have in my backpack. Hold on.
All right. So we'll say it's about early morning now, roughly about 7 o'clock in the morning. Sun's rising up in the west because this world again rotates backwards.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna follow y'all's lead. I don't really have anything to do, and I don't have any gold to spend, so.
Okay.
I need to find a jewel crafter.
Okay. Yeah, there's probably one in the market district if you look.
All right. I will look for a jewel crafter while walking around to wherever else we're headed.
Okay.
In the market district. Have a couple of jewels to sell, and I need to buy a couple of things from them.
Okay. So yeah. So head on to the library. You guys do cut through the market district. And yeah, you do you find a jewelry shop. Gotta come up with a name real quick. Classic Handmade Jewels, name of the shop.
All right. I'm gonna go up and walk in
Okay.
as long as they're open.
Follow into the jewelry shop.
Okay. So you come in and there's this human. He's got kind of like balding, kind of on the top hair. Kind of got like that classic Gregorian monk look with like top being bald, some hair kind loose tufts of hair kind of curled over it to make himself look like not as bald. He's got like one monocle, and you see him just kind of at the counter. He's zooming in. The monocle has like various lenses that you can pull down to zoom in closer, and you see him with like a really tiny chisel and a really tiny hammer just working its way on this sapphire.
Excuse me, sir. I need some help.
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, I have these two nice blue topazes that I need to sell, and I also need to pick up some diamonds.
Oh, diamonds. Yeah, we have some diamonds, but yeah, first let's take a look at those topazes. See what you got.
They're two blue topazes of a nice quality. Says that their cost is 500 GP each.
Oh, he takes them from your hand, looks at them rather closely with his monocle. Yes, these are very finely cut. Interesting.
I was looking to get about 1,000 gold for these, if possible, or maybe some gold in a trade for some diamonds.
Yeah, I'll be open to either one. I can give you 1,000 gold up front, or we can negotiate some trades.
Well, I'm looking to get about 600 gold worth of diamonds, or 300 gold diamonds about worth.
Yeah. Well, that sounds,
And then, do you happen to have any magical jewels on you?
I'm not really known not really knowledgeable in the arcane arts, so all my jewels are I'm afraid lack in the arcane nature.
Oh, you normally get a bunch of jewels in on trade?
We do. There's a lot of adventurers that come through here and you know, cash in, you could say. And then I turn around, put them in jewelry, and resell them for twice their value.
Have you had anybody of an arcane nature look at these jewels for you?
I have not.
I can detect magic and identify them if there is any magical ones for you.
I mean, by all means, if you want to.
I'm gonna take the 10 minutes to ritually cast detect magic.
Okay. So looking around, so he's got like kind of like a glass counter that shows just random jewels. He has several like glass boxes on another counter that you can see. They're all locked. These ones aren't just jewels. These are more jewelry. You see earrings, rings, necklaces. You do see a ring that's given off a magical aura, and you see a necklace that's given off a magical aura.
Can I possibly see these two items that are here?
Oh,
and I
sure.
point out those two items.
Sure. So he reaches underneath his counter, pulls out a set of some small keys, walks over, unlocks the jewel boxes, and just kind of holds the box open, standing right next to it. He doesn't expect you to pick them up, but he does expect you to kind of lean in a little bit closer and look.
For me to be able to tell anything, I do need to touch. I don't have to grab them out, but I do have to at least touch them. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
All right, if you just leave them there on the counter, and I start ritually casting Identify on the two items.
Okay, so he picks them up out of their boxes, places them on the counter, and you start your ritual. Okay, so you do see, after looking at for a minute, go ahead and roll Arcana with advantage.
Identify gives
That's true, it does.
It just tells exactly what it is, and Detect Magic technically tells you the school of magic that it's in, but that's annoying sometimes.
All right. So the ring is a ring of protection, which will give you +1 to your AC. The necklace is a necklace of Firebolt, which you can tell has about 3 charges, and takes about a full day to recharge, and will give you the ability using the necklace to cast Firebolt.
Now, what type of price do you have on this ring here? Before I'm gonna say this before I tell him what it actually is.
Okay, so he's gonna get into his gonna kind of look at his ledger. Can't find value anywhere.
What is it? Ring of
Protection.
Ring of Protection. It is a rare items normally go for a little bit more, but uncommon is about 500. Rare.
So he's gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you roughly about 1,000, 1,200, about 1,200 gold.
1,200 gold, but he doesn't know that it's magic, so he would just know that it's a ring.
He doesn't, but it's very excellent craftsmanship.
Oh. I'll pass on those. I'll just take the 600 worth of diamond and 7, 8, 9, 10, 400 worth of gold.
Okay. So, what kind of diamonds? Do you want like a bunch of small ones worth about 100, or do you want like 2 decently sized ones worth 300?
Whatever he has in stock. If he has one big one and 3 bundles of 100, or however it needs to be. I mean, 2 big ones would make it easier on my sheet to be able to keep track of. But
Okay. Oh, he's got a decent selection of both.
okay, then yeah, I'll just take 2 of the 300 gold 300 gold diamonds and the 400 gold.
Okay. So he takes your topazes. He kind of slides them behind the counter, brings out a bag of 400 gold, places it, and then he goes over to the case that has all the assorted jewels, and he pulls out 2 pretty big chunks of fine diamond, places them on the counter. All yours. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Not necessarily. I do have a nice silk robe with gold trim that I would be looking to sell if you know somebody who might buy it.
I'm sure you can find a fine clother. Plenty of those around. For something like that, with that quality, you're probably going to want to go to one of the more dainty or more wealthy-looking
Extravagant
shops.
shops?
Yeah, you know, the ones that serve to those who live up in the Rose Garden Row. You know, the ones who sell the nobles particularly.
Oh, okay. Is that kind of on the way to the library? Because that's where I'm headed next.
Mm,
Or is that on the other side? I'm not really from around here.
Oh, there's multiple clothing shops around here. Just take your pick. I'm sure you'll find one on the way.
Okay. Well, thank you for everything, and I'll keep those items in mind. By the way, that ring is definitely magical, and so is that necklace. One gives protection, and one gives the ability to cast fire. Be
Ooh.
careful who you sell those to. Fire can be
Noted.
very dangerous, as I produce a flame in my hand and then snuff it out.
Very interesting. I appreciate your. I appreciate that. I'll adjust the prices fairly, and yeah, be careful who I sell it to.
And remember who helped you out with this in case we come back for any future deals. Wink, wink. As I walk out the store.
All right. He just kind of gives you a smile, waves. Have a great day. And gets back to work cutting some jewels. And as you guys are wandering through the streets, you guys do see a familiar monk. It's Meep.
Oh, hi, Meep. We're having a shopping trip. Would you like to join us?
Sure.
Is there anything that you're looking for? Because I'm buying, possibly.
Not really, just wondering about.
Oh, okay. Celeste, is there any items that you may need?
Nothing in particular.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, though.
What type of armor do you have?
Currently, hold on. I have no armor. Leather
Well, we
armor.
have.
I wear leather armor. I do not wear anything with metal, though.
Okay. Studded leather armor would
My,
be an upgrade from leather, but
Oh.
I believe that there would be metal, but it's not like a medium or a heavy armor. It's still light armor.
okay.
Depending on if I don't know what your reasoning behind not wearing metal, or if that's just
Depending on what Celeste is interested in having as armor, right?
yeah,
It-
yeah.
Part of being a druid, we don't wear leather, or we don't wear metal or use metal shields.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I was wondering because I didn't know if it was like a religious thing or something like that with your character. So, but studded leather has metal on it, but it is still considered a light armor.
Okay.
So if you would like something like that, we could go look for something.
I would be interested.
It would raise your armor class by 1, I believe, depending on. Yeah, it would raise it by 1, and maybe we can pick you up a wooden shield.
Okay. I would be more appreciative of a shield.
We're gonna. I'm looking for somewhere to sell that cloak, but we're also going to go find some type of armaments shop.
Okay. So, you guys do come across the old blacksmith who, you guys saw on your first trip to Hiros. He still has that, half-plate armor that he prepared for Conlen.
Oh, well, then we'll go in there.
All
All
right.
right, might as well before I get to the library.
So just tink, 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 and yeah, there's this big burly man just beating away on some metal. Oh,
Um,
you fellers again. How you doing?
well, we made some new friends, and I'm looking to possibly purchase some armor and maybe a wooden shield. A buckler by chance or something like that?
Buckler. I got plenty of those.
Conlen
How much
starts-
would one of those be? Sorry.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
good.
A buckler will be about five gold.
Oh, okay. And I'll be
Well,
looking,
mine
perusing
is-
his other wares.
Yeah, while mine is talking to him, Conlen is just starting to pull things out of the bag of holding. He's pulling out 2 scimitars, a club, the small-sized quarterstaff, a dagger, and the heavy crossbow, and just setting them down one by one.
He's hands you guys a buckler, takes the 5 gold pieces, and starts looking over the equipment.
Oh, and the giant rusted Morningstar.
And the giant rested Morningstar. Oh, that
Celeste, for your character, just add a shield, because there's not actually a buckler. But that's what mine carries, is a shield. Buckler just attaches to your arm. That way you still have a free hand.
Okay.
And he looks back. Conlen looks back at the rest of the party. Any of you need any of this before I try to sell them off?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Can you understand what the weapons?
Sure. It's 2 scimitars. They're martial weapons. A club, just a 1d4 bludgeoning club. A small-sized quarterstaff. It was Fluffle's quarterstaff. A dagger, 1d4 piercing, simple. And a heavy crossbow.
Scimitar would be appreciative. All I have is a dagger. I have 2 daggers. That's it.
So Conlen will take a quick look at the 2 scimitars and hand you the better-looking one.
Hey, sweet pea. Hi.
So you have a scimitar, which I do believe is 1d6 base damage, plus strength mod.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's looking over the rest of the stuff. It's mighty big. Morningstar looks like it's definitely seen some better days.
I'm sure you can restore it with your skills.
Honestly, in its condition, probably be better if I melted it down. But I'll tell you what, I can give you about 18 gold pieces for the lot of it.
Conlen just starts putting everything back in. No thanks.
Alright, suit yourself.
Studded leather. What do you have in the way of studded leather?
Got a little bit, let's say about 45 gold pieces for a set.
Make it 30 and you have a deal?
What if I trade my leather?
I mean, that would offset costs some.
I'll have you guys roll one of you guys roll a persuasion check with advantage.
I have a +1 to persuasion. I don't know what you have.
My persuasion. Mine's a +1 as well.
Okay. You roll it
Roll. Okay.
with advantage.
Okay. Come on. Ouch.
Tell you what, with the leather armor, I could drop it down to 40.
I don't know. Conlen, didn't you have something being made? How much was that?
750.
750.
That was the last price he quoted me.
Hmm. Well, it doesn't look like he's been able to sell it. Maybe it'll come down on that price as well. Maybe we can get a bundle deal.
Conlon laughs a little bit.
Well, if you're interested in the half plate as well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. 775, it's all yours.
How about 750? And I mean, you haven't been able to sell it. Some money's better than no money.
760?
And I mean, if we buy the plate mail, the studded leather's kind of just sitting there.
Yeah, well.
You're not losing out anything on the plate mail, at least.
Roll persuasion.
13.
755.
I think we could handle that. I'll hand him 755.
Alright, so he takes the gold, pulls down the plate armor, hands it to whoever wants it, and pulls down a set of studded leather armor and hands that off to whoever wants it.
Here, Conlen, I got your armor, and Celeste, here's some studded leather for you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Did we trade my leather too, or no?
I don't believe so. I think we just...
Yeah, just bought it outright.
Well, then here, you take this armor, and you can sell it for part of the cost.
I do have...
With the leather armor, I'll drop it down to about 750 even.
Okay, I'll just add 10 gold back to my inventory.
Okay, so he takes the leather armor, he takes a look at it. Alright, I'll probably hang this up a little bit later. I do got a couple jobs I need to work on. Is there anything else I can help you find folk with?
We'll go visit a tanner for the next part.
Okie dokie. Well, have yourselves a great day and keep me in mind for any slashing, smashing, or armored needs.
Will do.
Just kind of gets back to his work, starts beating the metal again after reheating it.
Guys, I bought a 75 gold studded leather for 5 gold. I did it, Conlen. I finally figured out how to haggle.
According to the thing.
Good job.
According to the thing I'm looking at, it's only 45 gold.
He doesn't know that. He thinks he got a
Oh, my bad.
much better deal. Because he quoted 75 and he brought him down to 5.
It was a package deal.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just have to make the flowers and hand it to mine. Thank you, you kind sir.
Oh, well, thank you. And I put it in my thorn crown that I wear.
Nice.
Mine, I'm thinking that we're going to need to get you some better armor as well. Since I've got this half plate now, what do you say to us getting this this studded leather I was using resized to you?
I would be fine with that. Thank you, Conlen.
Let's hit up a tenner.
Okay, so there's a tanner right across the street.
Oh, hi, Tanner. I'm Mine. Nice to meet you.
So you see this half-elven woman, kind of rough, short blonde hair, these piercing green eyes, and she's got some like animal skins just kind of on racks, just curing. Hello. Nice to meet you. How can I help you today?
Is your name Tanner?
No, it's not.
Oh. Well, I'm mine. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. I'm 2 seconds.
Hello, 2 seconds.
Hi, 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun
Name.
pronouncing that.
Her name is, in fact, Tanir
Her name is Quilath.
Clef.
Quilath. Let me put this in the NPCs channel. How can I help you folks today?
Looking to have this studded leather as he starts taking it off, resized to him. Point over at mine.
She
I just hold
looks.
my arms out.
She looks at the armor. Looks at you. Do you mind if I take a few measurements?
Yeah, just as long as it doesn't tickle.
It might tickle a little bit. Gives you a wink.
Oh. Oh.
Not that kind of wink. More like a friendly
Oh.
wink to somebody would give to a kid.
Oh, you're gonna get tickled, all right, sir.
Oh, really? What type of discount does that entail?
None. So she whips out kind of like some leather measuring tape that she made, wraps around you, measures your
A free
figure.
service, it sounds like.
All right. Resizing the armor probably won't take me long. Probably about a day. About 5 silver should do.
He pulls. Conlen reaches into the bag of holding and pulls out a vase worth 60 silver. How about this in trade?
I can't really. I'm a tanner. Unfortunately, I don't think I could do much with that.
Puts
You
it
can
back
always
in the bag
sell
of
it.
holding.
I could, but I'm a leather worker. Not a.
Well, you could sell
not
it
a
to
potter.
someone who has jewelry. It's a really nice piece.
I'd
I'd say it should fetch at least 50 to 60 silver.
roll a persuasion check.
8.
I'm sorry. There's no way I can move that.
All right,
Oh.
then I guess you'll be holding the studded letter as collateral. What do we have? What do we get in to hold in return?
It's just 5 silver to resize the armor. If you want the armor resized, yes, pay for service. Then come back in a day and it'll be.
I give her 50 copper pieces.
Let's out a sigh. All right.
I'm surprised she didn't want to give me a receipt. That's kind of where I was going with that.
Oh, yeah. She writes you out a
Prove
receipt.
to prove that she's holding something, a studded leather worth 45 gold.
Yeah,
you know.
she does. She takes a small piece of parchment, just writes some details on it, hands it to you. So you have a receipt for resized studded leather armor to pick up in exactly 1 day.
And exactly 50 copper, which equates to
5 silver. Well, I appreciate your business. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm sorry for giving you the sack of pennies, but it's what I had.
Money's money. It'll help me get by. I only have 3 children to feed.
Oh, 3 children to feed. That's cool.
Well, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. She just kind of nervously lets out a nervous giggle. Her eyes are wide. A little on edge, but that could or could not be you guys. Could be a variety of things.
Fair enough. Everybody's got lives.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do in the Garden District before you head to the library?
I
Nothing
think
for
I'm
Conlen?
gonna try selling the robe up in the Rose District if I can, but we'll go to the library first.
Okay. So yes, you guys are approaching after leaving the Market District. You guys get to Old Town, which is all these old kind of municipal buildings. Library, mine you've seen before. Everybody else, it's this really big marble building, huge marble, where they call it pillars, staying up, intricately carved. It's kind of like the roof kind of is like this large triangle that sits on top of these pillars. You can see intricately carved in the stone is Library of Hiros, Public Library of Hiros, with these big, heavy wooden oak doors, kind of at the top of maybe roughly about 5 to 10 stairs that go up just a little ways, roughly about 5 feet.
Conlen, this is the place I was telling you that was holding the book for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that has stuff about planes or something. I don't know.
I'm interested in that. Let's find out what they know. Let's find out what books they have for it.
Sounds good.
All right, so
I'm also here to look for information about owning property in this city.
okay,
Since the king handed over the title to us so easily.
fair enough.
Mm.
So you guys enter. The doors are really heavy, sturdy oak. You walk in. You see rows upon rows upon rows of shelves. Along toward the back, there's like a second like a balcony with even more rows of books on top of that. And kind of right at the front, right as you enter, there's this really nice, intricate mahogany counter with
Mahogany.
yes, mahogany. You do see kind of like an elderly gnomish woman, and you also see a elderly human woman. Both kind of got their spectacles. They're looking down. You can see them write some stuff, pouring through some books. Would you guys like to approach them?
Moving on up to the counter.
All right. So the elderly gnomish woman's the first one to notice. Oh, hello, dear. Welcome to the library. Is there anything in particular you're looking for today? I'll be more than happy to help.
Looking for rules on laws of transfer of title of property within the city.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Follow me. So, before we do that, though, is there anybody else looking for anything else specific?
History of the town. Maybe we can find something that can give us a hint about the homeowner.
You guys, at least mine and Conlen are familiar with the previous homeowner. It was Lady Dinatra, who was the ambassador from Thressia, who met an unfortunate end at the hands of a disguised Rothmere, who took her guys and ran with it.
Oh, goodness. Well, maybe we can learn more about her family history, though, as to why the house is as it is.
Sure. Okay. We don't have much in the way of the bloodlines of Thressia. Can you, describe exactly what's going on, and maybe I can point you in a direction to a book maybe that could help?
Sorry, I'm distracted with laundry. I'll kind of go into a little bit of detail about kind of what happened at the house.
So your house appears to be haunted. We do have a few books on various spirits. By the sounds of it, it sounds more like a curse, but we might have a book or two on something like that. I can show you that as well. Is anybody else looking for anything specific? Oh, sorry, was there something else?
That would be most helpful. I was going to tell her.
Oh, it's no problem at all, dearie. She looks toward mine and Meep. Is there anything I can help you fine fellows with?
Nope, just walking around.
Well, you were holding a book for me. It should be under the name Mine.
Mine. Okay, so she pulls out a ledger, looks down. Ah, yes. Yes, this one was written by the esteemed Mage Caspar. His theories on planar travel and possible other dimensions. Oh.
Yeah.
Pulls out the counter. Here it is.
Oh,
Plops this big book right on the counter that's almost the size of you.
I'll just take a look at it. I met the guy. He kind of seems like a little bit of a quack, but always good to know about things that we don't know about.
Yes, Mage Caspar is known to be a bit eccentric.
Yeah.
But yes, let's show you guys to the various sections where you can possibly find your books. So she leads you guys through several rows of books toward the back, and there's this whole section on various laws and stuff like that. Searching through, you do find a book on particular like laws and stuff about home owning and property ownership. And then she leads Celeste over to more of a kind of like an encyclopedia section. She scrolls through, she looks through, point her little bony finger just kind of pointing at all the books as she scrolls by them. Ah, yes. Pulls this one. Variety and theories on spirits and curses. Here,
Why thank
here you go, Lassie.
I'm gonna go take this to a table and read through it if that is okay.
That is fine. We do have a policy that all the books here are left in the vicinity, so please return them or bring them up to the counter when you're done. And we'd
Yes,
appreciate it.
of course.
Alright, enjoy your reading. We do ask that everybody keeps their voices down. This is a public quiet space for everybody to study. And I'll see you at the front counter before you go. Enjoy your reading. And she then walks off. So, Colin, you are holding a book that kind of goes over various laws and stuff like that. And Celeste, you have a book on spirits and theories about spirits and curses. And,
Conlen will start looking through, trying to find information about rights of properties, rights of ownership. How do I say this? Responsibilities of transferal. To ensure that, is this property up to code prior to transferring it to another hand? Does the responsibility fall on the person who is transferring the property, or does the responsibility fall on the person who receives the property to make sure that the building is safe for people to enter?
roll investigation check. $22. Okay, so reading through, you do find a section that's very similar to what you're looking for. You're reading through, and you see that pretty much any property transferred from one person to another, the responsibility falls on the previous owner, which in this case was Lady Nacho, but it did fall under the king after she pretty much was discovered to be dead. He kind of seized the house.
Right.
Um,
That is what he was looking for to find on that.
in terms of whether he knew it was haunted or not, that you would not know, and therefore, let me see. I mean, technically,
Oh yeah, that would be a discussion with the king himself. That's
Yeah.
not.
in terms of liability, yeah, that would fall on the previous owner.
Okay, that's the information Conlen was looking for in this book.
All right. And-
Snaps it shut.
All right, and Celeste, looking through your book, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Okay, so 9. In this particular book, you don't find anything kind of related to anything that kind of correlates at all to any kind of event that you experienced. However, you did see the section she pulled the book out of.
Okay. I want to go back to this section and can I skim the topics of the books?
So you see, this is kind of like an encyclopedic section on creatures and things like that. You do find a couple other books that are related to spirits and curses.
Okay. I'm gonna to pull them down, and I want to look through. How many books is it?
It's about three other books.
Books. Okay. I want to look through the first book and see if I can find something.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check on the first book.
That's much better.
Okay, this book, you find something that correlates more to your experience. You're looking through, you skim kind of the topics. The one in particular stands out because the priest told you exactly the kind of curse it was looking through his book. You find out under spirits, types of spirits. You scroll over the O and you find Onryo, which ring through you. This is a vengeful spirit, generally left behind after a particularly violent or traumatic end. It can take anywhere from just a week to several years for themselves to fully manifest, but when they do, they attach themselves at first to the place of their death, and then if somebody enters that place of their death, the Onryo, you find out, can attach themselves to somebody, and they will stay attached until the attachment is either broken or that person dies.
Does it give any type of information or clues on how to release the curse or break the curse?
Okay, so you're skimming kind of through. You do see a particular sentence. It is currently unknown how Onryos are fully vanquished. The only truly known way that they dissipate and never come back is if they're the one who wronged them or killed them in the very violent way is brought to justice. Otherwise, they are only temporarily banished, which can take any number of days for them to fully regain their energy to re-enter the material realm.
Okay, I'm going to share this information with the group.
Okay. So, you guys find out a little bit more from Celeste after reading.
Well done.
Thank you.
And mine, what would you like to see through your book?
I would like to just flip through it and look and see if I find anything that would pique my interest with everything. And hopefully perception looking through it.
It'd be
Conlen is going to be
investigation.
joining you, looking through
Okay.
this.
Investigation
There
with
is-
advantage.
There is no chance that Conlen would not help look through this book. He's very interested in finding out information regarding interdimensional or interplanar travel. There's no
Okay.
chance in hell he's not helping.
Would you like to roll with advantage? Because I have a very horrible investigation. I am not investigative. I'm very perceptive, though.
Okay. So, both those rolls are good. So, yeah, you're scrolling through. For the most part, it looks like just this weird scientific jargon. There's theories on, the first conversions that it possibly was two parallel universes that just collided and then eventually split again. There's theories on there being an infinite number of various planes and alternate universes out there, and that occasionally they do meld, and it is actually written here, a theory that Caspar himself came up with, is when a convergence is near, that one of the early signs is portals opening up across the multiverse in the group of universes that are kind of nearing each other that could allow potential travel. You also read about pocket dimensions and various planes that can be considered pocket dimensions and stuff like that.
Now, are there any spells or rituals within this book that we find? I remember there being something possibly. I don't remember exactly.
There is not.
Okay. Because there was a reason that it was not supposed to be in this library, but they kept it here because I asked them to, and I couldn't remember what that reasoning was.
It's potentially dangerous information, I guess. You can
Okay.
tell by reading this. This is pre-Spark Caspar who wrote this. This is all theories and stuff like that. This is before Fabio kind of awoken the spark within him, before he could freely travel himself. But yeah, that's about it. You do see though, like, it is his belief that there are a innumerable amount of various things out in the multiverse. That there even is a multiverse. And yeah, that's about all you find. So,
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, yeah, you guys, pretty much that's all the reading of the books that you guys requested. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I want to go up to them with the book, and I'm going to ask if they have any pen and or paper and a writing utensil, so I can write down everything that we found on the Omnicron.
Sure.
That way, I have information on it.
Okay. Yeah, she hands you a couple pieces of parchment, an inkwell, and a feather.
Okay. I'll just scribble down everything in the book.
The paper you can keep, but we do need the feather and the inkwell back when you're done, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. Here you go.
Very good. Thank you. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I think I found all I needed for now. Mine?
I think I'm good. Thank you for all your help, though.
Meep, are you interested in anything in here?
No, I'm good.
Very well. Just place your books up here and we'll take care of them for you. And if there's any other knowledge you guys seek, feel free to come back. We're open during the day. We do close at night, but during the day you guys are always welcome.
Well,
Conlen
thank
drops 4 silver to the, whether she takes it or not, just as a donation to the library.
Yep, so she takes and puts in a glass jar that has kind of like a piece of parchment kind of stuck in there. Donations to the library fund. Just kind of clink them in there. Oh, thank
I'll
you
use-
kindly, dearie.
flower. It's
Oh,
gonna be my thing.
thank you. And she just kind of tucks in one of her blouse pockets.
Okay.
Well, have a good day. And then
Yep.
she... Oh, sorry.
You as well.
Very good. Bye-bye. And she goes back to reading.
Conlen walking along beside mine. That book gave me more information about the, with the pocket dimensions, gave me a better understanding as to how this bag of holding works as well.
Oh. Well, maybe we could use that for something.
Maybe one day.
Alright, so the rest of the day is still yours. As you guys are leaving the library, though, you do hear a town crier. Attention all, attention all! The axe murderer strikes again in the Slums district. Young women, beware, watch yourselves, stay vigilant. Also, farmer is having problems. Something big is stealing his livestock. Quest has been posted at the Adventurers Guild. Also, tensions rise at the border. More and more soldiers from both sides are arriving at the spinal gates. That is today's news. And that's it from him.
Conlen looks over to Meep. I may not have been myself when we met. What are you interested in? Because I don't think I was actually there. Me, Remy the player.
So, Meep, do you have any interests?
Give me a second to find him.
Okay.
And if if no answer for now, that's no problem. Conlen usually is fairly quiet as well, so he'd continue to walk on. And
He is really good at singing songs, though.
I heard a lot of goblins died while singing. I think it put them in quite a state of panic.
Yeah, it was a little creepy, but I liked it.
You know, through the books I've read about artificing, I think I can help, make that more efficient in battle as well.
Ooh.
Conlen pulls up the book and shows mine the enlarge spell.
Ooh, I like that. I can do that sometimes. I think I might have done it on Fang. I don't remember. It's just one of those that I have to like pre-remember before I
Oh, yeah,
start.
I think that happened when he was in that shark form, right?
I think so.
It's like so Conlen picked it up from mine.
Oh,
Okay.
Headphones died. No worries.
So,
but you like animals. Maybe we can find like someone who has some pets or something.
I think we've got enough pets on the ship for now.
Oh,
But we'll look into it.
all right. So you guys are just kind of wandering through the city. You guys said you were looking for what was it? A clothier?
They claim there's some kind of a axe murderer in the southern district. You think the guards will ever take care of things in the city?
probably not. They seem to rely on us a lot.
Deep says, like the tiny mouse that's been following you guys. Yeah, he's with me for now.
Guard isn't the axe murderer. Mine. You do feel a vibration in your pocket.
Guys, my pockets are vibrating.
Oh yeah, I put those sending stones in the bag of holding, so I didn't have to feel that anymore.
Oh, that's what it is. It must be Dashby, and I'll pull out the sending stone and.
All right. Hello. Mine.
Yes, Mr. Dashby, I presume.
Yep. I just wanted to let you know. My guards found Drago coming out of the house. They immediately brought him to the temple. Got blessed. They heard a scream, and I think Drago's okay. But just wanted to let you know. My guards did kind of escort him away from the property.
Oh. Huh. I didn't even know he was at the property. I thought he was still on the boat.
So he ended up spending the night in the guest quarters that night. And slept right through everything.
Whoops.
So apparently it took less than a day for it to gain its strength again.
Ooh. Maybe a guard is the axe murderer. That could be a possibility. Or maybe the axe murderer is a guard who's actually a dragon.
Alright, give me just a second. I have to adjust OBS here to show the...
Conlen starts rubbing his temples.
Crap. Yeah, it's gonna be
Please
bad.
don't be yet another dragon.
Meep says, why are you saying that while on the sending stone? Mine didn't even realize that he was still on the sending stone, so I'm sure Dashby probably heard that.
Ashby's like... the ex-murderer stuff, yeah, it's been a problem for a few weeks now down in the Slums district, but I do have a captain working on it. If that's something you're interested in, speak out the guard captain down who's in charge of that district, and he could probably get you set on the path investigating that. But that's all. I'm gonna let you go now. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Dad.
At this point, we're on our guards ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. And there is a whole like underground that we could go see if we can find some information from. I still remember the knock.
Oh yeah. Well, from here, I think weren't we trying to visit a tailor?
Yeah, something in the Rose District. They said that this is a really nice one, so maybe maybe I can get a little bit more money from it up there.
Maybe.
The little one agrees.
Hmm.
All right.
All right,
So
let's head that way.
okay. So you guys travel a little bit more through the city. You do arrive at Rose Garden Row. It's all these really nice houses. There's a nice avenue, kind of like thing in the middle of the street that kind of divides a lot of it. It's it's Rose Gardens, and it's really pretty. You do eventually stumble on a storefront, which is kind of rare for this district, but you guys do find one. You see really nice clothing in the windows. See these wooden mannequins donning these clothes and kind of like these model-like positions.
I think this might be the place. Maybe we should check here.
Conlen just mentions to me, yeah, just that situation apparently in the southern quarters down in the slums with the axe murder that apparently has been going on for a couple of weeks, and they haven't managed to find clues. Inefficiency.
All right. And yeah, for the audience sake, I'll read off what she types. But yeah, you guys arrive at the storefront. It appears to be a clothing store. There's a
Conlen pulls out orc-sized common clothes and orc-sized fine clothes and hands them to mine, since you seem to be good at haggling now.
Oh, okay. What was those items again? Sorry.
Just orc-sized common clothes and fine clothes.
Orc-sized, common, and fine. All right, cool. Let's head in.
Fang had a change of clothes, or a couple of change of clothes in his backpack.
Yeah, he had for whenever we went to the royal banquet thing.
Yeah, that's right. I'm keeping his great axe though. That one's going in the ship.
I think we could find a place for that.
So you guys head in and work in the counter. Guessing Meep says, I'm guessing we're talking about past party members.
Yeah, we are. In fact, since we're all working together here, and Belarus has ultimately no choice but to trust us, Conlen goes ahead and reaches into his bag and pulls out the 2 sending stones. He hands one of them to Meep and the other one to Celeste. I don't need one.
Okay,
And
so
what is the purpose of this stone?
it is a sending stone, so you can use it to kind of communicate. They have a direct link to one person, and that person is Lord Belarus Nalar, the chief security advisor to the King of Avira.
Okay.
And Meep takes the sending stone and puts it in her pocket.
I'm gonna put mine in my bag. Is this a custom item?
Specifically for connected with only Lord Belarus, so yeah, probably a custom item in this particular case. It wasn't made by a tinkerer. It was just given directly by the head of the guards.
Sending stone. Connection with Lord Valaris. Okay.
Or Dashby.
Yeah, the initial note we originally found had the word or had a message, and the signature just had a dash and the letter B. So mine has always called him Dash B.
Ah.
All right. So as you guys are conversing, you walk into the store. Standing here while you guys are conversing amongst yourselves is probably about a middle-aged, well-dressed human gentleman. Got longish kind of about shoulder length, kind of dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, well-groomed beard, a well-groomed mustache. Greetings, how can I help you today? As he's just kind of staring at you guys as you're talking amongst yourselves.
I do have a couple of things that I would like to possibly sell.
Oh, throw them up here on the counter, I'll have a look at them.
And I'll put the silk robe with gold trim, the orc-sized common and fine clothes up there.
So he's looking at all the things. He looks at the common clothes. Well, I can't sell those here. They're not up to our standards, but looking at the fine clothes in the robe, he says, I could, however, probably resell these. 20 gold for the lot.
I do believe the silk robe would be worth more than that.
Yeah, does the silk robe have any magical properties?
It does not. But it is a very fine silk robe with gold trim.
It is very fine. Roll perception or persuasion.
Natural 20 for 21.
Okay, looking closer at the details of the robe. Okay, so this robe definitely has some more intricacies that I didn't see the first time. Tell you what, 50 gold for the robe and that set of nice clothes. You can keep the common clothes. I unfortunately can't move them. It's not within our standards, but we'll take these other two sets off you.
Silk robe, I believe, was worth 250 last time that I checked with someone.
Thank you. Okay, so let me reevaluate here. 210 gold for the lot of it.
Okay. That was mine telling the person that I believe the last time I saw it.
Wait, are you telling him that or the DM? Because I'm confused.
Well, for the DM, you did give us a price of 250 gold for it, but mine telling the person last time that he had somebody look at it, they said that they give him about 250.
Okay. So, yeah, he'll settle on 255 then.
255? I think I could do that. Does anybody else need any type of clothing items? I do have this cool feather hat.
I don't really have an interest in a hat.
Do you have any fancy hats, sir? I can give you this really cool hat with a feather in it.
He points over to a wall that's just covered in various fine hats.
Do I see anything
styles.
that's earthy?
Yeah. There's the classic Davy Crockett style raccoon hat on there. You do see kind of some what are they called? Water weasels.
Ferrets. Or not ferrets, that's the wrong thing. Wow, minks.
Minks, yes. You do see kind of like some minx fur scarves and stuff.
I like the morbidity of the coon hat, mine says, and he's like, I'll trade you the hat with the feather in it for the one with the raccoon.
Sure. I'll take it.
Okay. So that and 255 gold.
Yep. So, mine, you now have a raccoon hat.
Ooh, raccoon hat. And I put it on.
All right. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Anybody else?
Nothing else here. I've kept the work-sized common clothes. I assume that Conlen just kind of picked them back up and put them back in the box or back in the bag as soon as it was told that it was not going to be sold.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, if that's everything, and well, I wish you farewell, adieu, and have a great day. And he just kind of does his thing, sitting behind the counter, sitting there just staring off into space.
I got a coontail hat.
I use my druidcraft to make wind, so that way the tail of the cat flies.
All right. Yeah, so mine, you feel some wind kind of blow, and you feel the raccoon tail just kind of flow in the wind.
I just kind of smile and just keep on walking.
It makes you feel particularly pretty. All right, so the rest of the day is still yours. It is now roughly about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Do we want to go look at this axe murder thing, or
Since they can't seem to solve their own problems, we might as well.
Might as
maybe we could get something cool for it?
Maybe
Maybe like another house or something.
they want haunted.
Ooh, axe murderer's house.
Ooh. Don't know if that's a step up or a step down.
Either way, I believe it might be haunted.
Well, it depends on the curse.
True.
All
So
right,
yeah,
let's head on. Let's head on down there.
Yeah, I just got.
I was thinking and changed my mind suddenly. So heading south towards the slums, and Bellaris gave us a name that we were supposed to go and try to find.
Yeah, let me come up with something real quick. Oh crap, I gotta do an exclamation point. So I'm bad at names. I will admit I am using a name generator.
that's fine. Names are difficult.
If you guys didn't hear my
Or at
daughter,
least gave us a title.
if you guys didn't hear her, my daughter says hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So yes, Bellaris gave you the name Captain Maximus.
Captain Maximus. Is his last name Aurelius?
Nope, just Captain Maximus.
Oh.
Make sure your daughter doesn't follow in any of the examples of anything we do.
I'll do my best. Gopher doesn't like Captain Maximus. He blows raspberries at him.
So, would you guys like to head down to the Southern District, or would you guys like to go check out that quest at the Adventurers Guild that was posted?
Axe murder, actively killing people, takes a little higher priority in Conlen's mind.
Okay.
Yes. I agree.
Okay. So you guys travel about an hour. You cross the bridge over the River of Ear that leads into the lake. You see a couple of ships go under you as you do. You make your way down to the slums. Takes about an hour and a half total. And one of the first things you see like a giant circle of people surrounding what appears to be a crime scene. There's guards kind of holding people back. You do see one guard who's got a little bit more intricate armor, kind of standing over it, inspecting the scene. What'd you guys like to do?
Walking up to the guard and just standing there waiting.
All right, everybody stay back. We're trying to investigate a crime scene here.
Yeah, Bellaris sent us.
Okay, do you have any proof of that?
I'll pull out my sending stone. Can I use that to communicate with him?
Yes,
Or
yes,
is
you
it-
can.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my sending stone and try to communicate with Bellaris.
Hello, who's this?
After
Um,
this, you're getting me an audience with the king.
My name is Celeste. I'm with mine. And Conlen, and we are trying to investigate the scene for the axe murders.
Okay,
Can you-
are you at the
On the-
scene?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just hold the stone up to the guard.
I'm gonna hold it up to the guard.
Hello? Yes, these fine folk are with me. It's Lord Blaris Nalar. They have my permission to investigate. Bring them right to the captain if you can. Yes, sir. And he just kind of... Alright, you guys can go through.
Yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself.
Yeah. So, he just kind of stands out of the way. Alright, you guys can go through.
All right, I'm gonna put sending stone back.
No problem. Yeah.
I'm gonna start keeping my eyes peeled to look for anything that looks off about the situation besides the dead body, of course.
Okay. So the scene you guys see, there is a sheet covering what appears to be a body. You see kind of like this feminine hand just kind of poking out of it. You see the more intricately decorated guard kind of just kneeling, inspecting the situation. Mine, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I'm just looking around the scene. I'm not actually touching anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Then, yeah. That's all you see is there's a kind of like a puddle of blood underneath this blanket and a person. With a
Even
perception.
with a 24 perception.
Okay. The person on the body does appear to be a medium-sized humanoid. You can't see under this blanket thing that's covering the body. Just by looking at the shape under the blanket, you can tell this is definitely a female.
Female, medium body, you said?
Yep.
Any other things that of note about it? Because I'm about to do a scene.
Not at the moment.
All right, mine. As everyone's looking at mine, it all kinds of turns into like this black and white noirish thing. The subject was a female, medium-sized body. More information is needed. The sky is a little cloudy over the city today.
At this point, the more decorated guard kind of looks up with you. I'm assuming... Oh, no, let me get a different voice. I'm assuming my god let you through here. For
Yes,
some important reason?
we had permission from Bellaris to come and investigate.
Ah. Alright, well...
Bellaris that sent us into this den of thieves. Mine's just monologuing to himself in the corner, has no freaking clue.
Huh?
I'm gonna ask the guard nicely to lift the blanket so I can investigate the body.
Alright, since you seem to have the Lord's permission, kind of lifts up the body, and you see a half-elf woman, huge wound right down the middle of her head. And go ahead and roll an investigation check if you'd like to investigate closer.
Ouch.
Okay, so
That's my one skill. That's the one thing I've got.
but with a 12, you do see that one of her ears is missing. But yeah, there's definitely a big axe mark right in the center of her skull. Her eyes are kind of
Half-elf woman.
cross-eyed and bloodshot.
Anything other than the puddle of blood?
Nothing.
What color is the hair?
The hair is like this auburn kind of red color. It's kind of tied up. Looking at her close, you can tell this is probably a lady of the night.
The axe murderer either really likes redheads or really, really doesn't.
Half-elf woman, red hair, middle-aged, axe wound to skull, one ear missing.
Actually, she's rather young, and she's wearing very suggestive clothing, suggesting she may have been kind of like a prostitute.
Maybe Lady of the Night. Noir music ensues.
Well, the guard captain kind of stands up. Captain Maximus, um, we've been investigating these murders for a few weeks now. As you can tell, this is the fifth woman he's killed. All seem to be, you know, women of a particular vice, and they're all about the same age.
And in 2 weeks of this happening, has anyone thought to actually watch the ladies of the night with this pattern?
Well, this is a slums. You look around, you can see there's actually quite a few women similarly dressed, just standing watching the scene.
Oh yeah. Conlen is just actively judging the guards openly.
Well, as you can probably tell by your surroundings, this seems to be quite a
Not
few.
important to you, right?
Well, it's not that. It's really hard to watch them all. I only have a certain amount of guards that can patrol this area at night.
I mean, if you ask a detective like me, I would say that it doesn't seem to be that big of a matter, considering it's only all over the city that this is happening. You'd figure that maybe someone of a higher power might
The thing
want to
is,
send a little bit of extra help.
it's been localized here to the slums district.
Slums doesn't matter. People are people, aren't they?
Well, we're still investigating this quite thoroughly. Don't judge me on my job. I'm trying the hardest I can here.
No, I'm not. I'm not judging you by any means. You're just a common worker. I'm talking about the man upstairs. If it was really a big deal to him, he'd send extra help, wouldn't he? Or would he not?
Well, it's this is a crime. The king can't. The king and the lords they have government issues to attend to. They can't focus on crimes.
Exactly. Only the rich get richer.
I hate my job.
All right, he seems broken enough. We should probably leave him alone.
But I
The guard
guess,
seems to be broken.
and I mean, if Lord Bellaris sent you here, that means he obviously wants somebody to take care of it. So somebody
But
upstairs
isn't that your
cares.
job?
It is, but we only have limited information.
What do you have?
Well, I just told you, whoever this is has a particular type of victim he goes after. Even if it is a he, we don't know. They use an axe. It appears they sneak up on these women or they approach them. The axe wounds are either in the back of the head or the front of the head. It's always one hit square to the noggin, and they go down almost instantly, and their ears are always missing.
How many and how often?
Well, this is the fifth victim since this all started. It's been about a month, so about one murder per week, give or take. And they're on random days. It's no particular time pattern. It's not every Sunday or...
You have a name for this murderer yet?
We're just calling him the Axe Killer for now.
Lame. And then he goes back to scribbling in his notebook.
Definitely not Jack the Ripper. Definitely not. Or the Axeman. That was a very popular serial killer.
Yeah. Everybody
In the real world.
everybody at the scene, go ahead and roll perception, just at the various surroundings.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
Oh wow!
Nice, natural
Oh,
20.
okay.
Conlen actually was paying attention for once.
Even with a natural 20 and mine rolling a 16, he still rolls more.
I know, right?
All right. And Meep, would you like to roll a perception check as well, if you're at the scene? All right, with a 14. Okay, so Meep and Celeste, you guys are kind of looking around at the crime scene. Guys don't really see anything in particular that could possibly lead to anybody in particular or anything in particular. However, Conlen and mine, since you guys both rolled pretty high, you guys avert your gaze up toward the crowd. You see various women, all with suggestive clothing, appear all to be ladies of the night. You see a couple burly men who appear to be mostly sailors and dock workers. You do kind of see one guy just kind of, as you catch his gaze, you notice he quickly looks away. You know, it's almost like there's a look of disgust on his face.
That
Turns
guy.
out somebody doesn't like the look of dead bodies.
Hmm. As I scan the crowd for faces, the faces become my own, except for one who shies away.
While this is very entertaining, I'm gonna leave you to this, mine, and start walking over towards the guy that's shying away.
So he starts to back up and starts to try to blend in with the crowd. Go ahead and roll another perception check.
Oh, god damn it.
As he does that, the instance he starts to try and disappear, I would like to cast Entangle on that one specific person.
Okay.
That would be a Strength 14 save.
Okay. This is a commoner, so. So, vines start to creep up. Some of the crowd notices this. They all start kind of freaking out. Pandemonium ensues. The guy shakes free, and he starts to run, and he turns sharp into an
Fairy fire.
alleyway.
Fairy Fire Dex 14 save.
To get him to glow.
He succeeds.
Do I- This now?
Hmm?
Do I notice the pandemonium and the chase? Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, you know it's a pandemonium. You didn't see the guy take off, but you do notice the crowd's starting to kind of. They're seeing this display of magic, and these are commoners. They don't see this very often, so they're making a scene out of it.
Conlen will give a quick physical description of the guy while pursuing.
And the
Yeah,
guard
right.
captain, as this pandemonium's ensuing, the guard captain stands up. What are you doing?
Well, if they didn't run, wouldn't that be more suspicious? And I
Yes.
just take off.
Guy
I'm
just shakes his head.
Meet me in my office later. I may have a word with you.
All right, Celeste,
Yes.
you're about to say something.
I'm gonna go ahead and just follow. Cause I see Conlen and mine take off.
You see mine take off. You see Conlen giving details of the man he just saw, who, again, is just an incredibly average-looking guy. Short brown hair, dirty face, a little bit of scruffy goatee.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of follow them for now.
Mine is yelling, stop him, as he runs towards the guy.
Okay.
About how far are you from us?
Okay, so he's
give-
about 70 feet away from you guys. So, mine and Celeste, I need you guys to roll initiative.
And so did the entangle actually take place?
It did, but he escaped it.
For a minute? As we were running towards him?
Oh, the entangle, it's a stationary spell, isn't it?
It is, but it makes them immovable, and they're restrained by entangling plants until the spell ends.
Yeah,
They can roll on their thing against the spell save.
He succeeded, though.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that he didn't succeed.
No, he
That's why I
rolled,
was like,
he
wait a
rolled a
minute.
16.
Yeah, I did hear the confirmation on success of the spell save for 2 spells.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, 7 on Celeste.
Susibaka.
18 on Susibaka. And mine, what was yours? 12?
12.
Okay.
For a commoner, he must not actually be a commoner.
Right?
Writing a
Okay.
note as I'm running.
Okay, so he's going to take a movement and a dash to get 60 feet ahead.
The intention of describing him was so that our fastest member of the party, our monk, Meep, could outpace with ease.
All right. Meep, are you taking chase as well?
All right, so Meep may be distracted right now. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, he's now 70 feet, so plus 60, so he's about 130 feet ahead of you guys. As he
Okay.
bob and weaves through some alleyways.
I'm going to on. Let me see how many people that is. At third level, I'm going to cast Long Strider as we're running,
Okay.
and that'll be on Meep if they're following, Conlen and Celeste, and I'll put that in the chat. That way, everybody knows what that does.
Okay.
I have.
So
Okay.
so third level, so increases
By
Okay.
10 feet until the spell ends, and I can choose 3 creatures since I upcasted it.
Okay. So yeah, you pull out a pinch of dirt, you say some words, you do some stuff with your hands, and yeah, so Conlon, Meep, and Celeste, you guys now have an additional 10 to your movement speed.
Okay.
All right.
So that's his turn. Mine?
That's what I'm going to do as my action, and then I'm going to sprint with my 30 feet towards him.
Okay. So I need a way to track this so I don't lose track here, so 130 minus 30. So he's about 100 feet ahead of you now, mine.
All right.
Alright, Celeste, it's your turn.
Okay. You said he's 100 feet away?
130 from you. Mine is 30
100?
feet ahead of you.
How far can I shoot with a sling? Just out of curiosity.
It should say on it.
Up to 120,
Um,
so he'd be within range.
Yeah, I believe. Let me just add a sling to mine. That way I can check because I know it can shoot towards a certain range and then a longer range with disadvantage.
It's 30 to 120 feet is the range.
And then beyond 120 feet would be disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Is he within range of the 120 feet? I'm sorry, I'm kind of...
He's 10 feet out, however, you do also have movement that you can use.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move, which I can move up to 40 feet now.
Yes.
I'm going to use my sling. And then I'm going to grab, hold on, some pebbles out of my bag. As I'm grabbing them, I'm going to cast Magic Stone, which I can imbue them with magic. And I'm going to put one in the sling, and I'm going to throw it at him.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
So, what am I rolling?
Wing
Strength.
roll. It'll be D20 plus Dex plus proficiency.
If you have it in your inventory, make sure that it's checked, and then as an action, it should show up for you to roll your hit and your damage.
Okay.
Make sure the little square box is ticked, and it'll show up there for you.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay. With an 8, that does, unfortunately, you see the stone just kind of bounce off a wall right next to him as he's running.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So he's going to go ahead and take his movement and use his action to dash another 60 feet. So he was 100 feet away from... So he's now 160 feet away from mine and 150 feet away from Celeste.
Well, he'd be 130, wouldn't he? Because I moved 30 feet.
Yes, and he was 130 feet ahead of you at the time.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then he would be 200 and something feet from me.
Because you moved 30, when you moved 30, that brought the distance down to 100. Then he just took 60 feet of movement,
Oh, okay.
so 160, which is now your turn.
It is my turn. I'm going to move. I'm going to move 30 feet, bringing him back to 130 feet. And then I'm going to use. Where is it? Where did it go? I just had it. I'm going to use plant growth.
Okay.
The range is 150 feet. One action, 100-foot radius centered on 130 foot from me. All plants become increasingly overgrown, and for every 1 foot he moves, it takes 4 feet of movement.
Okay, so can we just consider it like difficult terrain?
Ooh, 4 times difficult terrain.
Yeah,
Well-
that would be 4 times because it wouldn't
Okay.
be. Yeah,
That's a math.
and I can exclude one or more areas of any size within the spell from being affected. And I'm going to exclude up towards him. So he either has to run back towards us to get out of it, and it doesn't impede our movement all the way up to him.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Yeah, he's caught right in the middle of that.
Yeah, and he has like 50 foot on the other side of him if he wants to keep running,
Okay.
which would quadruple that to 200 feet of movement.
Oh man. All right.
Hey.
All right, Celeste, it's your turn again.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I will use my movement. How long does the Long Strider spell last?
1 hour.
Long Strider lasts for
1
yes.
1 hour. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do I'll just use my movement and my action to move 80 feet. Just
Okay.
get myself close right now.
Okay, so yeah, you close that gap. I say 150, so 150 minus 8 is 70 feet away from you now.
Okay.
Which brings us back to the Sussy Baka here. Yeah, so he has to turn around and head toward you guys. At this point, he just kind of kneels down and just accepts what's about to come to him. So, you guys close in on him. And what would you like to do?
Once we get to him and subdue him in a way that he cannot run away again, I drop the plant growth.
Okay.
And that way everything goes back to normal around us, and now we have a captor. I'll let somebody else do the interrogating.
Okay. So
Because last time mine interrogated somebody, he killed them.
All right.
Twice.
So for catching him and doing all this stuff, you guys each get about 200 XP each. So just keep that in mind.
All right.
So he's just kind of kneeling down. He's subdued at this point. What do you want?
Conlen is way back with the other guards. So I'm gonna have to leave it to Celeste and mine.
I'm gonna ask him. I was like, "Why were you running?"
I don't know. You guys looked right at me. You looked threatening. I was scared.
I turned to mine. I was like, "Why were we chasing him in the first place?"
He looked at Shifty.
He looked at Shifty. Huh?
What do you know about the axe murders happening?
Nothing. Cough. Insight. Cough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I roll insight to?
Yeah, I'll roll one as well. Oh, sorry, guys, took a wrong turn.
Yep. So Meep says, "Sorry, guys, took a wrong turn, got lost." All right.
Meep can move 10 additional feet per second, by the way, right now.
Okay. So, as you guys see in the Discord, in mind, everybody who's not mine and Celeste, go ahead and move yourselves down to the waiting room voice channel, and I'll tell you guys when to come back.
Okay.
So, just Celeste and mine stay. Everybody else, just go chill in the waiting room for a minute. Alright, so, you guys' insight, you guys can definitely tell that, this guy's holding back something. And let me just write back to these guys, they can come back.
Okay.
The perpetrator seems to be holding back.
All right, we're back.
Yep, you're back.
You guys can hear me now?
Yes. So yes.
Wait, silly.
I'm gonna produce a flame in my hand and just kind of twiddle my fingers around it. What do you really know? You're not telling us the whole truth.
All right, roll your intimidation check, but instead of being whatchamacallit, charisma, use your spell casting modifier.
All right. D20.
I'm gonna stand there and just stare at him. My arms
So-
crossed.
That's gonna be a 9.
I told you I knew nothing. I know nothing.
I'm gonna continue to move the flames closer and closer towards him.
Okay, go ahead and roll another intimidation check, same way. D20 with your spellcasting modifier. The DC is going to get a little higher, though.
Can I use mirror image and just surround him with me glaring down at him?
Yes, you can. And mind that intimidation check will be with advantage.
All right. Let's see what that comes up with. It would be an 11 plus 3 is 14.
14? 14 is the DC. I swear I didn't mean to. The lady, she told me to. She got my head.
The lady told you to. Told you to do what?
This really...
As Mine's eyes turn fiery red and his color starts to change red.
There's this really pretty lady. I know she just has this effect on me. I can't resist. She wants me to get rid of the competition, as she puts it.
Get rid of the competition. What's her name?
I don't know. She's never told me. I can tell you what she looks like if you want. She's a really pretty elven woman. She's got this long blonde hair, these beautiful blue eyes, and yeah, she's got quite the large chest, if you don't mind me saying, but
Where is she?
I don't know. She normally hangs out by the docks.
I'm going to start speaking Druidic. And Celeste, you would understand, but nobody else would. And I'm just going to start talking about cheese and things like that. Pretty much trying to make this guy piss himself.
Just roll a regular intimidation now.
I'm gonna smoke.
That's a 1.
This guy just looks
For
at
2.
you.
Can
and
I
just-
roll with advantage? Since I'm kind of in on it.
Yeah, you can. You can have another roll.
Okay.
Conlen, while he's starting to say these words, Conlen will just look at the guy and go, I'm the one that'll call him off, so you should probably get to telling us all you know.
I told you all I know.
Why don't I believe you?
I don't know. Why don't you? Please, it's like when she speaks, I have no control. Like
Where
she
does she
takes over
live?
my body. Okay, so he points you guys. He doesn't. I don't exactly know where she lives. All I know is she hangs out. He kind of points in this general direction.
Oh,
What is
look, new information that you hadn't told us.
Oh, you hadn't asked.
You
The
said
flames
you
get
told me
closer
all
and
you
brighter.
knew.
I told you she
That's the problem.
hangs out down by the docks. That's all I know.
Well, I guess you'll have to come with us so that we continue to get new things we didn't ask about.
Oh. Okay, so he just kind of cowers.
The flame is still in my hand. I'm still turning brighter and brighter red as we're walking. And it's just right up against his back. He could probably feel the heat from it, but it's not burning him.
Okay, so as you guys are taking him, I need a marching order.
Conlen will look at the guards and say, I'm pretty sure you're dismissed at this point.
Wait, who's that you got there with you?
I'm pretty sure you're dismissed at this point.
No. If you have a suspect, we have to take him into custody.
I said you're dismissed.
No, we have to take the suspect in custody. There's a thing called, fair trial and
He is
stuff.
in our custody. If you don't like it, take it up with Dashby.
I will.
In like the most demonic, just looking voice.
Roll an intimidation on the guard.
And by now, my mirror image has fired.
All right. So mine, as you're trying to intimidate this guard, they start to encircle you guys, and the swords come out. We are
I
taking
take my
him
sending
into.
stone and throw him at him, and I go, "Call Dashby. I'm leaving." And I take the guy with me and start walking.
So they're gonna pursue you guys.
They can follow as much as they want, but I'm
Alright.
taking the guy where he's pointing us.
Okay.
I'm the one you want to talk to during this, while he's under this.
Roll persuasion.
Do.
Okay. So they're going to insist that they hold him.
The squirrel on my shoulder bursts into flames as we just continue walking, summoning Nutty.
Wait! Stop!
I'm walking.
I'm gonna pull out my sending stone and summon Dashby.
Okay. So takes a minute. Hello. Who's this?
This is Celeste again.
Oh, hello.
Call your guards off, Conlen says in the background.
Please call your guards off.
What's going on?
We have a suspect, and we need him to lead us to who we might be his boss. But the guards are insisting they take him.
Oh, each citizen of Hiros does have a right to due process. Probably.
Yes.
And he'll get it after we find our information. 2
Yes.
weeks of your going your way hasn't worked yet.
You might want to let him know that mine is enraged.
Mine is enraged.
This isn't. Listen, we have laws here in place to protect citizens from unjust, things. For his
Fine.
protection.
Fine. Mine, let him go.
The guards.
We won't find the axe murderer using Bellaris's methods.
I take the sending stone. Your methods have not worked this far. Do you really want this to go on further? I see you've given these people no help. What do you want?
Well, if you guys are showing use of force in public, it gives, it's just not a good look for, the guards and everybody else.
I also don't think that the king turning his eye on his people is a good look either. Do you really want to follow this path?
The king is not turning an eye on his people.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've seen, there's an axe murderer loose in his city, and there's very little guards around.
On top of that, 2 of our party members died from a curse from a curse that the king should have been responsible for, and he just said whoopsie.
All right, roll a persuasion check with advantage.
I will allow you to roll that, Rimothy, because mine really doesn't care at this point.
All right, the guards will accompany you. Is that okay?
Fine, as long as we catch our perp.
Yes.
Okay.
You just need to leave him and mine alone for time being.
All right, so you guys have 2 guards in front, 2 guards in the back, and the guard captain walking beside you. I do need a marching order.
Okay.
I'm on the perp.
I'm gonna be
Mine
right.
is
Uh,
full-fledged in investigation. He's like, this guy's gonna show me who's killing these people. These are innocents that should not be dying, yet they are, and nobody has gone anywhere close to where we are.
If it's all right with Celeste, I'll take position next to mine because I can't go behind because we got Conlen, or I can't go ahead because we can't know which direction we're supposed to go.
yes, I'm gonna stay behind mine and Conlen and the perp.
Okay.
And then Meep.
Meep has wandered off because too many guards. Alright. So the perp, as you guys the guards and you guys surround him, he does lead you up to this district. This is normally where I see her at it's normally, late at night though.
What corner?
He points in a general one, well, she sometimes is at that one, points to another corner. Sometimes she's at that one, points up the street. She's sometimes up there. She normally
Where's
comes
she
in
at the most?
She normally finds me first.
Then you will be bait.
All right, just don't kill
And
me.
I look around to the guards, like, I just kind of give him that look of, see?
They shake their head. It's a very unlawful, by the way.
We're going laws of the wild now.
Were you instead going to ask nicely and hope that things got accomplished?
Well, what if this man is innocent?
And when he's proven innocent, then he'll have just your justice system.
Have we hurt this man up to this point? All we've done is light intimidation.
Yeah, but he can. All right, just try not to make too much of a mess and try not to make too much of a spectacle.
Spectacles.
Right,
guards, I say you station right outside of view from this area, watching the point for when a lady with blonde hair, very voluptuous bosom,
Apparently.
and walks up to this man and talks to him for a few minutes. And sir, and I'm gonna take where is it at? I'm gonna create a flower of fiery red, of fiery orange.
Sorry, I had a sneeze.
Oh, it's all good. I'm gonna create a flower of a fiery orange color and put that on him and tell him, if you remove it, you explode. If you tip her off, you'll also explode.
Okay.
Pretty much insisting that he cooperate with us, otherwise he will explode.
All right.
But
Well, I think that good cop, bad cop scenario went pretty well. The good cops being all of the guards and the bad cops being all of us.
Yes.
mine is still in his enraged.
So the guard captain comes up to you guys. He said that they normally don't come out till nighttime. It's barely even midday.
He can wait. Actually, Conlen did have a plan for that. Mine, go ahead and head to the ship, get some rest.
The thing is, if whoever he's talking about sees all of us surrounding this man, she's probably not going to approach him.
Well, that's why he stands out alone.
We're on the docks, correct?
Yeah, just kind of almost on the docks. You guys are still on the street, but the docks are right next to you guys.
And there's water.
Yep.
Would I be able, if I were to get in the water, would I be able to see these corners that he pointed out to us?
Sure.
Okay. because I can always be in the water or even standing on the water with my water walk.
Okay, so just in the vicinity real quick, I need everybody present to make a perception.
Perception check.
Okay. So, I need everybody but mine to go in the waiting room, voice chat, until I call you guys out.
We could just move down there.
That's true, we could.
Make it easier than everybody moving down and back.
Yeah.
Meep's already down there.
Alright. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and pop on over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so mine, out of the corner of your eye, you see several women just kind of walking. One catches your eyes as she kind of vaguely matches this description.
Does she seem to react in any way that we're standing around this guy?
She's not.
I'm going to keep my eye on her as she's walking down the road.
Okay.
And I will point it out to Conlen, and I'll point it out to the rest of the party and the guards that that's roughly the description of the lady. But until we know, we can't act.
Okay.
And I also want to see if there are any mice around in the area.
Yeah, that'll be another perception check.
All right. 16?
16? You do see one. One just kind of scraggling around.
I'm going to speak with animals.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna just
Little
kinda pull these
friend.
guys back.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to lean down to the mouse and, little friend, could you help me out possibly?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Here's a little bit of bread. Can you follow that lady? Pointing to the lady in question. Report back to me what she does. She may be in league with murdering people.
Yeah, I've seen her before, but I never, I don't know, she always seems kind of normal, but alright, yeah, I'll follow her. Only if you give me
Have you
more
ever
bread,
s-
though.
Have you ever seen her talking to this gentleman?
I see her talk to a lot of gentlemen.
This one in particular.
Yeah, I might have. For a little bit more bread, I might have, definitely.
I pinch off a bigger chunk of bread.
Oh, yeah,
Hand
I've
it to
definitely seen her talk to this guy, see her talk to some other guys. I've also seen her talk to a few women here and there.
I've seen there's been an axe murderer on the loose, and this gentleman said that she may have made him kill the lady. What do you know about those?
Yeah, I'm just a mouse, man. I don't really care about, your humanoid stuffs.
I mean, mouses have networks. If you have friends that could scour around, try and figure something out while you tell that lady, I will give you a whole loaf of bread.
Well, I'll follow her, but generally I try to keep my my little mouse nose out of human business, you know?
Same, but desperate times, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, just, oh shit, cat! And he runs. As you see a cat come around a corner.
Does this cat happen to be,
This is a different cat. It's just a regular cat. Just kind of lays down. Didn't even seem to notice the mouse or care about it. Just kind of lays down in front of the door.
I didn't know if this was the same mouse that I threw in the water.
No, it's just
Same cat, yeah.
it's just a regular, actually pretty well groomed looking cat. It just kind of curls up all comfortably next to a door.
Fair enough. And I point out to the party the lady walking down the street. Does that seem to look like the same description as what he gave us? As I look at him,
So at this point, she has turned the
See.
corner and she is out of view.
Did he seem to react in any way during that that whole area, that whole time?
You saw him kind of lift his head, and quickly glance down when he saw her.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see what happens at night.
Okay.
All right. Just curious, will mine be going to the ship to rest?
Yes, he will be heading to the ship.
Conlen will pull out the orc-sized clothes and take station at a nearby corner to be able to see the guy they've been the guy they brought here, and while wearing oversized clothes to look like a bum.
Okay. All right.
On top of his armor and everything.
Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna.
sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I was gonna spot in the water where I can kind of keep an eye on everything.
Okay. Yep. So, you guys are all just kind of waiting until night.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the boat docked on the dock?
It's kind of this big one. Oh no, it's probably the small one right here.
Small one? Then I'm gonna go to the boat and go up into the crow's nest. That way I can kind of get an aerial view of the area, depending on how much I can see and everything, of course.
Okay.
And just kind of rest and calm down.
Okay. Yeah. So mine, you'll get a long rest from this. So yeah, night eventually falls. I'm sorry.
Oh, while keeping an eye down there with the passive perception of 16 to see if there's anything that happens.
Okay.
Over that time.
Figured with the passage of time, this may also be a good point for everyone to have a quick break.
Yeah. You can take a break.
Good to me.
Well, what's it? So 4:40. So we'll come back at 55.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, we're back from break. So, night fell. You guys are watching to see if you can find this lady that this guy described. You have him just kind of sitting out there. You have guards stationed. You guys are also keeping a watch on him. See if anybody approaches him. So, an hour or two goes by. It's fully dark at this time. The oil lamps are lit up. Suddenly, another guard comes out of nowhere screaming, "There's been another one! Another murder!" And this time the guy's just standing over the body. We have him.
Caught him red-handed. Or, caught the patsy red-handed.
Mine, once he gets back down there, talks to the captain, the guard captain, filling him in on apologizing for the way he was acting, and sorry, there's just been a lot of death lately that I can't control. And he tells him that the guy that we captured said that the lady is controlling these people's mind in some way, that each time it's probably been a different guy killing. So until we catch the woman, it won't stop, even if you catch the guy.
Conlen is staying put to be able to watch the previous axe murderer.
Okay.
The previously coerced axe murderer, and he hasn't moved from his position with his bum disguise.
Okay. So, the guard captain's going to go to this next murder scene. Who's going with him?
I
Kind of.
go ahead, mine.
You can go ahead. Sorry.
I can go, unless mine was gonna go.
No, you go, and I'm gonna kind of stay in the background,
Okay.
looking around for this lady. I'm gonna kind of be walking around in the area between the two, looking for this lady just kind of loosely wandering.
Okay, so the guard captain goes. He pulls his guards away. Trust that you guys are going to keep an eye on this guy. Mine, you follow along, but you keep your distance. And
And I kind of veer off down a path and come out on a different side. That way I don't show up with everybody.
okay, so you're away from the guards.
Yeah, I'm away from the guards. I'm kind of in the middle between the two. I'm kind of like in the alleyways. I'm going to be wandering through the alleyways around the scene.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull you into the DM private real quick.
All right.
Okay, so as you separate from the group, the guards get ahead of you. They're all surrounding the scene. You're out of view of them. You're out of the view of the group. You do see this woman come right up next to you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
$24.
Okay. So she comes up to you. Well, it's a shame what's happening to all these ladies. Can't a woman
Do
just
I
feel safe?
notice anything particular about her?
Roll a perception check.
25.
25. You're getting like some creepy vibes from her.
Well, and I would know that a spell has been cast on me.
Yes, you definitely did notice something.
I'm going to Thorn Whip and Restrain.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll initiative.
16.
16. Okay, so let me put you in here. I got to roll for her too. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
It's all good.
Okay, so 16 and a 7. Okay, so yeah, do your Thorn Whip thing.
All right. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll damage.
It's not to damage, it's to restrain.
Just the
because
restrain?
the whip wraps around her and I pull her towards me, restraining her and holding her as I call out.
Okay. All right, so yeah, as you restrain her, the vines wrap around her body. She just gives you kind of a smirk, and she vanishes right in front of your eyes.
Counterspell.
This is not a spell. This is an ability.
Oh, shit.
Then, through the darkness, you just kind of hear this feminine laughter. And let's get you back into the rest of the group.
Surprised.
Yeah, with how I run things.
All right, we're back.
Welcome back.
So
mine had a initiative roll there.
Yes. So mine.
Once he catches back up with the group, he'll let them know, but you can go on to what they're doing.
Okay. So as you guys are still watching this guy, you see mine rush back up to you guys.
Guys, I had her, but she disappeared on me.
Disappeared like got away, or disappeared like magical?
Like magical. I tried to counterspell and it didn't work. I believe you can counterspell abilities though, but that's...
You may have to cut his on the plate.
Let me just double check that. Google.
Conlen will get up and start putting away all the orc clothing.
It's all Magic the Gathering stuff.
Yeah, that's if a creature is using a magical ability that is not a spell, you cannot counterspell. The exception would be if the ability specifies that the ability allows or involves the casting of a spell.
Oh, gotcha.
Which it does not.
And I'm with the guards right now. Currently, I'm not with Conlen.
But
Or-
if it's a teleport or a misty step, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna work. Anyway,
Okay, so Celeste, you're with the guards?
Yes.
Okay, we would have said you saw mine kind of cast his thorn whip, and you saw it grab a woman, but she just
Mhm.
kind of disappeared out of it.
Okay.
you tried to control my mind, but my mind's like a steel trap. I could feel it starting to push in, but I just pushed back.
So with that, there's a new murder scene. The guy who was standing over the body, anybody's there, he's in a totally catatonic state. He's not really there. He's physically there, but mentally not.
That's where I was heading.
I'm gonna bring the other guy that we had been watching and have him walk along with us to the catatonic guy.
All right. So the guy looks up. It's like, see, I told you, she controls us somehow.
And I tell the guard that I can't confirm that because she tried to do the same thing to me.
All right. Well, we're gonna take these
Now
two gentlemen into custody.
Now we know she's capable of controlling or attempting to control, as he looks over at mine, anybody, regardless, with no known connection. Because I can 100% guarantee that these two men, are not connected to mine.
They very well may be. They very well may not be.
Conlen looks over at mine. See, you try to help them with their investigation, it just doesn't work.
Why should we even help these people? Do I notice anything about the two perps? The two killers?
These are just two random Joe Schmoes. They
Okay,
nothing special about them. They're just commoners.
Do I know any? Oh, so I don't see any like Fey-like qualities or anything. I speak in Sylvan, asking them what their names are.
They don't understand you.
If then they're
The-
not.
the
they're
one's not-
Fey.
Yeah, the one's not even like fully paying. One's not even paying attention to you. He's like out, like he's not even there. Then the other one's just kind of giving you a weird look.
I look at the one that's kind of looking out, and I cast Dispel Magic, ending any curse of 3rd level or lower on the curse or spell on 3rd level or lower on the target, and for each spell of 4th or higher on the target,
Okay, it
make
works.
an ability check using your spell. Okay, yeah.
So he suddenly snaps out of it. Looks at his hands. Looks at the axe in his hand. Looks at the body below him, and he's in utter shock. What did I do?
In Sylvan, I say, "What is your name?"
What?
No connection. And then in regular, I say, "No connection," and take them.
All right, round them up. Well, guys are gonna be. We're taking them to the barracks. See if we can get any more information out of them. They're welcome to accompany us and to listen to our interrogations, but unfortunately, I don't think there's gonna be anything else tonight.
You can never be too sure, but you guys interrogate them. I'm gonna go look for more leads. Try and get ahead of it.
In less than 24 hours.
Okay, so do you want
We're up
to
to 5
investigate?
deaths now or 6?
6 now, I think.
6 now.
Oh yeah, 6. I thought you were talking about player deaths. I was like 5, but no.
No.
Yes.
6 deaths. I'm just trying to keep track of the deaths that happen.
6 victims of whatever this is, whoever this is. All right, so yeah, do you want to investigate the area where you saw her last?
I bring Conlen over and say, this is where she was. She walked up next to me, tried some funny business, and I just pulled out my whip and tried to restrain her whenever I did. Disappeared, and I tried to counter it, but it didn't work.
All right, so Conlon would be on the lookout for a combination of anything physical, like cloth from running, or footsteps, or patterns, or even magical because of disappearing, and definitely investigating the area.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a choice. You can use investigation, perception, or arcana. Investigation.
I'm helping with that.
All right, go ahead, roll again. See if you get an nat 20. Okay, so with a 24, you definitely kind of feel like a residue of like a magical field, kind of like not like a physical residue, but like a magic, or kind of like something, kind of in the area. And for that, go ahead and roll Arcana.
All right. Also gonna, because I think Celeste is here with us, right?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm gonna see about checking with Celeste, since I know that she's druidic as well, and seeing if she also has some knowledge of magical effects to kind of put our heads together on that.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and roll with Arcana with advantage. Okay, 20. You're getting some serious abyssal vibes.
Gotcha. So, abyssal, the language, not the.
Well, it's like abyssal, kind of like this abyssal magic. Some
I want to roll.
So it's like similar to a necrotic, necromantic ability.
wouldn't say necromantic.
Demonic
Yeah, more demonic
is the word you're
nature.
looking for, I believe. I don't know if mine would know anything about demons. He knows about the dark arts, but I don't know. Can I roll a history or something to see if he would know anything? Okay, because
I'll let you roll a history.
18.
You have a brief idea of like some abyssal and demonic stuff.
Would I know what this creature is if I say it? If I say what I believe it is.
Sure. Yeah.
A succubus of sorts is what I would believe it would be.
And you would believe it would be a succubus if that's what you believe.
Okay. Then I let them know the only thing that I know that controls only men and has them do their bidding, and also fits into the theme of the ladies around here, would be a succubus. And normally, sometimes they work alone, sometimes they don't.
That seems to fit the puzzle. What do you think, Celeste?
I could be wrong about it, but that's what my Fey intuition of the darks would pin it as.
Meep, do you have any knowledge of these things?
Meep is still wandering the night away because it seems the action is happening during the night. So I'm assuming Meep is away from you guys.
Meep.
Hasn't
Weird.
been with them since they started escorting that person. She vanished off.
Okay, so Meep, I actually have to pull you in real quick to the DM private. Okay, so while you're wandering the streets alone, suddenly just kind of out of a dark alleyway, there's this really handsome man who kind of comes out of nowhere. And he starts talking to you. Hello.
Hello.
Say, it's a rather nice night out,
Indeed it is.
and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. I made it 19.
19. So you feel something kind of try to enter your mind, but it doesn't quite take hold. Kind of gives you a scowl, and then it kind of backs up into the darkness again and disappears.
That was rude.
All right, I'm gonna pull us back. Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
So, yeah, you guys have your theory. Starting to get a little late. And Meep to the shadows as she's alone says that was rude.
That was rude. I don't know what happened, but that line.
So, yeah, the night's yours.
We should probably find Meep, get away from all this for a little bit. Maybe meet up at a bar, have a drink.
So, Meep actually finds you guys. And she tells you guys of what she just experienced.
Hey guys.
You
Oh.
alright? What happened?
We were just talking about you. That was rude. We were just looking to find you. Where did you go?
So she says, some weird asshole came out of the shadows, and I think he tried to cast some magic, failed, and then he ran off.
So they are working together. Mhm.
So
Maybe my hunch is correct, and there's a succubus and an incubus working together.
She says, who's working together?
The lady that I tried to capture, she tried to get into my head, and of course, steel trap back into the whole noir type thing. And when when I realized what was happening, I tried to capture her, and she disappeared on me. I believe something maybe demonic, succubus, and if a guy tried to do it to you and it was the same type of thing, maybe incubus as well. They normally work in pairs if they're working together.
Then I think the best thing to do is to first find, well, the handlers of all of these ladies of the night. And look to the guards, and surely you've got someone among your ranks that knows somebody that we can talk to.
So do you tell him about, like, your theory and all that?
We tell them everything, and Meep said, so they target people alone. Also question, what do you think they're doing? Well,
That
if the
depends on-
incubus and succubus is working together, my theory would be that they're trying to whittle down the competition. That way they can gain their power that they need through feeding, air quotes. And that maybe feeding off of what? Well, the nature of the ladies of the night. If the
Essentially,
ladies
life
were
force is the
pretty
is
much
the
the-
easiest way to say this.
yeah, trying to keep it kind of PG. they're feeding off of the acts that are being done. Goblin, yeah. Well, I mean, goblins also do that, but they don't feed the same way, I guess. But if they're working together, more than likely they're bringing them back to a place where they can suck the life force out of the people. And women normally attack men. Women succubus attack men, and incubus attack women. Oh, goblin camps if they start causing problems.
So no, I usually deal with cleaning up goblin camps if they start causing problems.
I'm sure we'll get back to that. I quite liked your songs.
Trauma in quotations. But
We'll definitely talk that out in due time, but I think we have a more pressing issue tonight.
That issue being dinner.
And a nice tall glass of bourbon.
Conlen will reach into his, and it will not taste good, but Conlen will reach into his bag of holding, pull out a ration, and offer it to Celeste.
and Meep says, "Bar hopping time."
All right, if y'all want to do that, then I'm gonna head over to wherever this guard, as I look at him, will tell me that he has a someone in his ranks that knows who to talk to regarding ladies of the night.
Rations taste like success.
Says, "All right, see you later then." So Conlon, yeah, you head to a guard. Well, most of these women, a lot of them have the safety of their brothels. There are a few who do wander the streets alone. They're more independent. Could talk to some of the brothel owners. A lot of the time, some women break away from those places and go off on their own accord.
Brothel does seem like a good place to start. Because maybe it's an owner that would give them all the life force they need. And they normally have alcohol and food.
Alright, so there's plenty of brothels around town. Just take your pick.
Follow, and I'm gonna sip on the bourbon that Conlon gave me.
Alright. So particularly in the slums, there's 3 brothels. The first one, the Rat's Nest. The second one, Palace of Power. And then the third one, Knight's Adventures. And I'm terrible at naming things.
I asked the guard which one's the most run-down looking one.
That'd be the Rat's Nest. It's mostly mostly women of the older variety. The ones quite a bit of experience, but yeah, they're cheap for a reason.
Did any of the people who were victims of this crime, did they belong to any of these specific ones?
So far, all the women have been mostly independent. Oh, they've all been independent. They've all been young, generally, not very old. And Meep separates from you guys as she goes off to find a decent bar.
What do you guys think? Which one should we start at? If Rat's Nest is the oldest, which one's the youngest?
Well, let's head over there first. I've got an idea.
All right. We'll
So
head to the Rat's Nest.
Yep. Take the guidance given to head over to the Rat's Nest and pull out my book from the gnome, wherein I learned various different things of tinkering, and turn to a page and show mine that I'm planning on standing outside the Rat's Nest and casting Detect Magic. Or ritual casting it, so I'd be out there for 10 minutes or so.
Okay, so you guys arrived to this really run-down looking bar brothel thing. It's dilapidated, to say the least. Not much business going on in here. Your Detect Magic does not pick anything up, though. Not within 30 feet.
Mine's gonna go ahead
How
and
big
walk
is the
in.
building?
Okay, so you walk in, you see kind of like an older gentleman, not very well dressed, just a step above rags for clothes. He's got gray hair, wrinkled face, holds a cane. Hello.
How big is the building? Conlen asked.
Not very big at all. There's like probably room for like three private rooms.
Beyond, or if standing there for 10 minutes detecting magic and nothing and finding nothing, then he'd head on inside as well. Checked and ask if he's heard of any of the goings on lately with people being inhumed.
Nasty business that is.
Any of yours?
None of ours. I'm actually the youngest one here. Say, could I interest you in a night? 5 silver. He gives you kind of like an old man wink.
No, thank you. And I'm just gonna take a big gulp of my bourbon.
With absolutely no interest in his voice whatsoever, Conlen says, "A tempting offer," and starts to walk out.
Hey, Rage, can
Yeah.
I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Could I roll stealth as me walks off from the group to find a good bar?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, the rest of the group does not actually. Everybody else roll perception. Let's see if you guys notice Meep wander off.
Meep has wandered off multiple times from the group from what Conlen has seen and hasn't seemed to cause much trouble, so Conlen takes a fail on that one.
Okay.
Roll just to see.
Okay, so Celeste and mine, you guys do see her kind of wander off. Mine,
Just leave her to her
Conlon does
devices.
not.
I just leave her to it,
Okay.
knowing.
If mine isn't,
Knowing. Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
if mine's not gonna do anything, knowing that they know each other, I'm just gonna let her do her own thing.
Okay. So you guys wrap up at the rat's nest. You didn't get any really useful information.
Is there anybody just hanging out in this establishment that's not the old creepy guy? Like any patrons just hanging out in there?
There's 2 really rundown looking commoners.
I'm gonna go up to the commoners.
They're at the bar just chugging their cheap ale.
3 shots of whiskey, please, bartender.
Whiskey? What do you think this place is? A quality bar?
Do you have 3 shot glasses?
3 shot glasses. Here you go.
All right, I pass a gold across the bar.
It's the most money this guy's seen in a while.
Fair enough. And I pull out a bottle of Dwarven whiskey
Ooh.
for myself and 2 more shots,
Okay.
and slide them over to the 2 at the bar.
Oh, thanks.
Say, friends, it's been a little bit of activity happening around here. I've seen and heard people getting killed by axe murderers. You guys happen to know anything about that? Because it's kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Well, I seem to only go after, the younger women. Not much my problem. One says the other one's just kind of like, shit happens, and takes a shot.
Insight on both of them?
Go ahead.
It's going to be an 11.
You can tell that neither one of these guys really care. They have their own problems going on.
Well, if you guys do happen to hear anything, let me know.
Sure.
Be careful. They're taking over people's minds, apparently, and it could be anybody. it, and I just walk off.
Mass panic, mass panic, mass panic.
Kind of. If they're scared, they won't leave their houses.
Yeah, so just see them kind of take their shots, and they just sit there. They seem too drunk to care.
Maybe they'll remember later. That was some pretty good whiskey. And yeah, I'll head out with the others whenever they leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Conlen would have tried to go ahead and get the other locations and find out which one is the next nearest one.
I'm
Good.
stuck with Conlen. Get away from the creepy old guy.
Okay. So the next place is called the Palace of Power. And approaching this place, it's a little bit better looking. It's actually kind of like some stone. It's a little bit bigger. The bottom of the building is kind of like a stone foundation, rises about 2-3 feet off the ground. That's just kind of wood. But the place doesn't look anything too special, but you can definitely tell it's a brothel. This one's a bit bigger. And this one's a bit busier too.
Stand out front, essentially looking like somebody that's too nervous to go in, basically, while just mumbling to myself to ritual cast detect magic again.
And mine, seeing what he's doing, is going to go over there and kind of help him through it.
Okay.
Knowing the spell very well, just kind of like, if you do it, if you say this and twist your finger this way, it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Nice, speeding up the ritual cast.
Yeah, trying to speed it up a little bit.
Okay, so you detect magic. You are detecting a couple small magical auras. They're phallic in shape.
Ooh, I wonder what those are.
You don't want to know.
I do like trinkets.
He glances over at Celeste, shakes his head slowly. Mine doesn't know.
Mine's fairly young, but can be very intimidating at times.
All right, no beings of magic here, though.
Go inside and talk to the people, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, so
I'll keep an eye out here just in case.
all right, so mine, as you enter, this place is definitely a nicer establishment. It's a bit cleaner, bit busier. There is a stage where there are some women dancing suggestively.
I'm gonna go in with mine.
All right, so both of you guys see this. There's a nice bar. Good, like behind the bar, you guys see a good shelf that has some backlighting. Can't tell if it's magical or not, but there is some backlighting, and it illuminates all these really nice bottles of various liquors. And you see a couple big, barrels of mead and ale and some dark beer. And there's various, 5 or 6 tables kind of scattered around, in front of the stage in this open area.
There are people sitting at those tables?
There's quite a few, yeah.
I want to glance around and see if anybody looks interesting.
It appears to be mostly commoners. You do see a rather handsome-looking man kind of sitting alone at a table, just taking a shot of whiskey.
I'm gonna tell Mike to here, and I'm gonna walk over there and talk to him.
Be careful, there's a guy one too. I whisper to her before she leaves.
Just keep an eye. I'm gonna walk over to the man enjoying his whiskey.
Okay. Puts it down. Hello.
Hello. How are you tonight?
Doing all right. Had a bit of a rough night. How about yourself?
It's been an interesting night. What's made it such a hard day for you?
Oh,
But I don't.
just, just life in general. Say. All right, 2 seconds.
We just met, sir.
Okay, so talking to this man, he seems really kind of drunk, really down on his luck. He's not feeling particularly too great right now.
Okay.
You gather though, just by looking at this guy and what he looks like, you can tell that he's probably works here. He's probably just sick of his job.
Okay.
All right, let's pull you back. Okay,
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like some type of protection.
we're back.
Welcome back.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave and go back to mine.
Okay, so mine, you're over somewhere, and Celeste rejoins you.
Did he have anything good to say?
No, he's drunk and very unhappy.
Hmm. Maybe I should go talk to him. Maybe you're just not his type.
No.
Mine should be very concerned, considering how small mine is, if mine is anybody's type in this world.
Yeah.
Hey, some
probably.
people are into exotics. I want to roll an insight on Celeste as she rejoins to see if anything is different about her, if that's possible.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight, and Celeste, you can choose to roll a deception if you'd like.
No.
Okay. So, yeah, mine and Celeste, just pull yourselves in the waiting room, and then Celeste, tell mine what you see, and then rejoin us when you guys are done.
Do, 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 do.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Although, still trying to. I find it funny how Meep hasn't even found a decent bar yet.
Oh yeah, we should cut back to that. Hey, monster.
Hello.
Hey, going.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It has been one long day. How's
Oh.
everybody?
All right. They are currently hunting down what they think to be a succubus.
Yeah, we think it's possibly a combination of a succubus and an incubus, as some people are
You
being.
guys do.
Whoop.
You guys do realize it could also be a vampire, right?
Oh, Conlen doesn't know, but but if Meep has that belief of a possibility, then all for it.
She doesn't know what vampires are. All she's
We're
knows
back.
are goblins so far, and undead.
Well, I show up and I bring people with me.
Oh yeah, they had to pop
Damn.
into a private room for communication about something.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Here, have a sip of my bourbon.
Hmm.
I
Are you,
offered her,
ta-
not
you
mine.
talking to me?
Talking to you. Have a
Oh
sip.
God, I need all the bourbon. Oh, hello, troops. Ragnar's here finally.
All right, so you guys are at this brothel, and in stumbles in this big Goliath barbarian that you guys seen before, and you recognize it as Ragnar.
No.
Ragnar
What are you
had to
doing here?
pass Conlen standing outside in order to get inside. Just information. Carry on.
Someone was talking to me.
Yeah, Ragnar, what are you doing in a
hello.
place like this?
So this is a brothel.
Ragnar stops. Looks around. The fuck? Where am I?
This-
Brothel.
Also, the brothel
Uh,
apparently also has a lot of different kinds of alcohol and ales, so that may have been what drew him here.
And also Detect Magic
ladies.
picked up some magical items that were phallic shaped.
Whoa. Magical items that were phallic shit. I think I walked into the wrong brothel. I thought this said hostile. I was looking for a fight.
Oh, well, you might not want to fight the ladies dancing. They seem
No,
to be doing pretty good.
let's leave the ladies alone tonight.
Alright.
Mm.
And we're gonna cut over the princess for a bit, or Meep. And so Meep, you're wandering looking for a good bar. You actually stumble out of the slums to get to the more residential district. And you do eventually find a nice bar, good amount of drinks. And then we'll cut back to everybody else.
Well, I don't think we're really going to find out much here. The girls that are dancing, are they pretty younger?
There's a good variety of age. There are some younger, some slightly older ones. Appear to be women in their a range between like their low 20s to mid 30s.
I want to go up to the bartender and ask them about if they've had any girls gone missing or anything lately.
Well, we've had several women leave the establishment and go out on their own, and yes, a couple have unfortunately turned up dead by these axe murders. So most of our ladies have decided to stay here, and out of fear for getting killed out on the streets.
That is a good question. What is the drinking age for dwarves and elves?
When you can
Sorry,
crawl
someone-
up, usually it's when you can crawl up to a bar and hold a tankard. Where I come from, they start drinking around, I don't know, when they're born.
Interesting. Up there and
So yeah. So all the women here are kind of scared to leave and go out on their own right now.
Conlen is just staying right outside, waiting till everybody's done before moving on to the next location.
mine's gonna take
Practicing my
note that
numbers
the.
with my gold coins.
Did he say the
One,
majority of?
2,
Hold up.
3,
Hold up, Ragnar.
4.
Guy here, mine here. Oh, what's going on?
I can only count to 4.
So the did they say that the majority of the
something's-
girls that died were
1,
from there?
I can count to 1.
Ragnar,
2,
just a second.
I can count to 2. 3, I can
Ragnar.
count to 4. 3,
Hold up.
I can 4. I can
Hold
count
up.
to 4.
Monster, hold up.
4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Sorry, I thought I was
All
someone
right.
else.
So
Outside.
the did he say that the majority of the women that is passed that is being killed came from here?
A few, not all, but a few.
A few has come from there. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna
wait.
take that as note and then go catch up with Conlen.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys all reconvene, except me, who's now wandering the alleyways with shadows. Because it seems like the spellcaster can teleport through shadows.
Shadowmancy.
That's her
I
words.
tell Conlen what I find out about some of the girls that have died came from here, so I doubt that it would be this place that they're.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of the word. My words disappeared.
this place is not trying to get a decisive advantage if they're the people are the ones that are dying.
Okay, so that leaves just the one other brothel.
All right, start heading over to there, and same process. Planning on standing outside if there doesn't seem to be anything amiss upon walking up to it. Planning on
And-
standing outside to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, detect magic. You are getting some pings. Some are phallic shaped.
Are we on Owlbear or we're on
Roll 20.
Roll
Roll
20.
Thank you.
And on the way over there, I fill Ragnar in that we're looking for a possible succubus and incubus duo that are mind controlling people into killing the competition.
So you notice when like arriving at this place, this is a really nice establishment. It's just outside the slums in the residential district. Yeah, you are detecting, those phallic pings that you were before, but you're also detecting some other stuff. Kind of amorphous in shape.
Hmm.
And a little bit bigger.
Hmm. Based on that description, I can't honestly concoct a resolution for that, but keep the concentration of detect magic up while I walk inside.
Okay. So you walk in. This place is nice. This place is hopping, by the way. There's a ton of people. This one's got a nicer stage, nicer bar, a lot more rooms.
What was the name of it one more time?
This is the Knight's Adventure. Night spelled like nighttime.
Gotcha. We're going on an adventure.
You see all these really absolutely stunning women and really stunning looking men, like Magic Mike style men. All of them dancing on the stage. You see various men and women. They're scantily clad, going around with drinks, passing them out. See a bunch of them whisper. Your magic ping is pinging all these workers, all of them.
Hmm.
I want to sniff the air, and while doing it, do a, if possible, nature or arcana to see if there's any what's the magic? The one that kind of like persuasion or I can't think of
Kind
the
of like
word.
some
Wow,
charm magic.
Charm magic. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. I was like, I can't think of it.
Go ahead and roll either Arcana or Perception.
Arcana or perception? All right. We'll roll a perception then. 19.
19. It's everywhere. It's all around you.
Keep your wits about you. This place has a very interesting aura about it.
We make sure to stick together.
Yeah,
Just-
stick together.
I just want to canonically point out that mine walked into a brothel and then just took a whole big whiff of it.
All right, Ragnar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pull
Yes.
you down here. Okay, so Ragnar, you get approached by this really, really pretty lady. Blonde hair, blue eyes, half elven. Rather bust. She kind of pulls you aside. Would you like a drink? Are you there? Nope, might be disconnected.
hello.
Oh, hello. Yes, so, this really gorgeous, kind of blonde-haired, blue-eyed, half-elven woman kind of pulls you aside from the group and asks, would you like a drink?
Oh, sure.
Alright, so she hands you this nice glass full of this almost champagne stuff, and she whispers in your ear, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. There we go. Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Oh, you sure look pretty.
Thanks. Alright, I'm gonna pull you to the rest of the group now.
Yeah, it's a male brothel.
Okay. So,
It's more male dancers. It's the male equivalent to a female stripper.
it's about half women, half men. I need everybody except Ragnar to make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
I tell the girl, hey,
Does Meep need to make this check as well?
No, Meep is not there.
I tell
Okay.
the girl, hey, you want to hear something cool?
She just kind of puts a finger on your mouth and just says. And so mine and Celeste, you guys notice there's this blonde haired, blue eyed, half elven woman trying to gently pull Ragnar toward a room.
What's her bust size like?
I was gonna say it's an important question. Is her chest flat?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna Ragnar. I'm gonna give her a look, but flirtatiously just be like, "Where are you going, honey?" And I'm gonna pull him towards, and just kind of make it known that he's not going with her.
So
And it was a canonically important question.
So are we talking like Dolly Parton or?
Okay, I'm done.
This may be age restricted. If we keep going further, we need to stop.
No, right?
I'm not gonna like it that far, but
The joke is done. We move on.
she really wants me to go with her. I mean,
Ragnar.
I can count to 4, and she wants to see me count to 4.
But I asked how to count to 4.
You do?
I do.
What
Fine.
What comes after 4? No one's ever told me.
Well, I'll tell you. Let's go have a drink at the bar.
Ragnar, you seem magically compelled not to go to the bar.
No, no, probably drank too much. You see, after all that shit went down with all those ghosts and shit, man, I went and grabbed a tankard and drank it all.
I'd like to see if there's, because he is acting very strange, I'd like to see if there's anything up.
I woke up next to a bunch of horses, and well,
a roll an insight check.
If I'm holding him, can I use Misty Step to take him with me?
You could.
Can I do that? I want to get a hold of him. Just try and use Misty Step to get us the 30 feet away from her.
Okay.
Just curious, because I haven't read Misty Step in a while. Does it work on unwilling creatures?
It does not.
It does. It doesn't.
Not on unwilling creatures.
And healing word won't cure anything except for health, correct?
Correct.
Do I notice anything with insight?
With insight, Ragnar, roll a deception check.
Deception check.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Ragnar doesn't deceive, Ragnar fights.
You can tell there's definitely something going on with Ragnar right now. Something almost out of his power.
Can I use resist? I'm not really understanding the but it's one willing creature. He's not willing, never mind.
As I walk up to him and kind of put my hand on his back. Dude, you've had a very long night. And I just kind of give him like a hug and try and slyly do the verbal and somatic components into his ear to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Can I help him?
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up Dispel Magic real quick so I can see if there's like a saving throw you have to do or anything.
Any spell 3rd level or lower ends, 5th level or higher, DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, and I'm going to cast that at 3rd level, so
it'll be 13. Okay.
Yes, if it is above 4th level.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not my level. It's the spell's level that was used, not the spell that I'm casting.
So 3rd level.
So like if
it's a 3rd level spell, then it ends immediately. If I cast the spell, it's a 3rd level spell, so I can't upcast it.
Okay.
The DC would equal 10 plus whatever spell they used, whatever level they used of that spell. So say they used a 6th level slot, the DC would be 16.
Wasn't a spell, it was an ability. Let me just
But
double
if
check.
if it's a charmed effect, then it would still dispel magic. Would still dispel it.
Okay.
Whether it's if it's ability, then it would be base.
It's a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
And I got this scar here from fighting a Wognok.
Abilities are cast at their lowest casting of the spell.
Yeah, that's all it says. Is it's a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. It's not a spell. It's an action. It doesn't say anything about spells.
Okay, but if it's a charm, then it would have to be some type of... Okay.
So we'll just throw 15 DC on it.
So I'll roll a d20 plus my spellcasting modifier. It's a 9, 10.
So unfortunately, doesn't dispel whatever's taken Ragnar's mind.
And I got this scar here when I headbutted a dragon.
Can I use Druidcraft to do a puff of air into the elf's face to see if it kind of distracts her, maybe break that concentration?
What were you doing? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Druidcraft to do a puff of wind into her face to kind of just distract her and see if that would break concentration and maybe break the spell.
You can.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
And it would be
I can just see Ragnar's little eyes.
Metagaming. Not gonna do it.
The spiral, doing the spirals.
Okay, so as you're doing this puff of wind, everybody in the building notices it. People start shooing the commoners out, and then you're basically surrounded by all these workers, and they all drop their forms, and you realize all these people are either succubus or incubus. All these workers.
Charm person is technically a 1st level enchantment, if that's what's being used, which is what I suspect to be being used. But
yeah, in the monster manual, it's just saying it's an action, not a spell.
Okay.
But yeah, now you guys are surrounded basically by at least a dozen either succubus or incubus. What? And they drop. The one immediately drops the charm on Ragnar. Well, actually, can't. It's an ability she can't. So Ragnar, you're charmed. What? And one of them approaches you. It's this big, slightly bigger incubus. He's got red leathery wings, red skin. What are you doing? Are you trying to ruin our business?
No.
What are you doing? Trying to ruin my good time here with this lady?
He just...
Is that a problem?
So the woman who charmed you comes up and shh, and you have to. And then so the big one, we are running an honest business here. So what? We use our abilities to make a little extra coin.
And that is perfectly. But when you're using the abilities to charm people to go and murder people, that is not perfectly fine.
What are you talking about? We're not killing anybody. We're just running an honest brothel where we may use some of our gifts to get the competitive edge.
And we have a person who says that she gets into his head and has told him to go kill people. And he has.
She did? To be fair, I didn't tell anybody to kill anybody. I was just inviting him to my room so I can get a little bit of his energy from him.
Okay, but I'm about this
today. I don't think so.
So the head one kind of looks... He knows about the axe murders. He shakes his head. Damn it. Listen, we need to talk.
Then let's talk so you can get back to business.
All right.
Let's go to a private room to communicate.
Ragnar is coming with us, though. She's dropping the charm.
She can't drop the charm.
I'm kind of saved then.
She just kind of waves off Ragnar. Go with them.
Okay.
Later then. You were going to show me that trick.
She doesn't tell you anything. She just kind of goes off on her own.
I'm going to unarmed strike. Him trying to slap him out of it.
Okay.
Jump, mine, jump.
Yeah, even if it's just like a shin that I had. 10.
I have an armor class of 14. I don't think I felt it. You're gonna have to try again.
I'm gonna
What the
pick.
fuck are you trying to do?
Can I pick mine up and bring him higher?
I'm just trying to snap you out of it, and the only way that I know how to slap you out of things is to literally slap you.
Look, if you want to slap me, go right ahead. But I've got a date with that big boob Delvin girl. Okay, so make it quick. She's going to show me a trick. She didn't say exactly what it was, but it has to do with something. I'm not sure, Mom. She said something about triple D's or something. I'm not sure what that is. A magic spell, maybe.
And you notice the room she goes into, Conlen, has 3 of these phallic-shaped magic items.
Yeah, because Conlen has detect magic up, so he's still concentrating on making sure to. Well, he doesn't really need it up now. You kind of have the general idea as to what's happening, so gonna drop that.
Well,
Or are you guys gonna try again to snap them out of it?
You guys go arm ahead. I'm going to go see what she's up to.
I love it.
But she did tell you to go with the party.
He did.
But she's the party right there.
Yeah, but she's the one who's charming you, so you have to do what she says.
She's got huge tracts of land.
Go with them, damn it!
All right, fine. But later, okay?
Here,
All
hug.
right, later. Later. Okay.
Hug
All right.
I'm gonna.
Oh, hello, Celeste. How are you?
Good. How are you? Would you like some more bourbon?
Oh, sure.
Here, have the
So
rest. And
this succubus gentleman, whoever's going with him, he is pointing toward an office room.
I think we should all go together.
No shit. Usually when I get taken to rooms like this, I get fired.
All
They
right.
tell me that I killed too many people and I didn't. The target was supposed to live. Damn it! Who did I kill this time?
So he sits you guys down in a bunch of chairs, kind of surrounding his desk. We have had one problem with one of ours who recently left, and that's where we're gonna end today's episode.
Ah.
So everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you check everybody's either Twitch channel or YouTube channel down in the description below, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
All
And then
right.
next time,
Peace.
see if Rob
Next
Knox
time
gets
on
his-
Knights of
What
Astera.
the hell